I run a youth empowerment group for children of colour, Still I Rise. And in one of these sessions, I ask, what is your superpower? A little girl came up to me and she said, I don't know what my superpower is. And I said to her, well, let's have a think about this, shall we? What do you like doing best? I like to sing. I like singing. And she closed her eyes to an invisible beat, spread open her arms and said, I like to sing deep and low. And when I sing, I like to think I've got wings and I can fly. And I said to her, that's it. That's your superpower. You've got wings, you can fly. And she said to me, what's yours? Because I hadn't thought about my superpower. Here I was asking young people to dig deep and find their own brilliance, and I didn't know what mine was. So that's what I did. I started to dig deep. And nothing came for days. I was in deep trouble because there was no way I was going back to that group without knowing what my superpower was. And then one morning she came, and I was really, really surprised. I was shocked because anger was my superpower. Although I was quite relieved that I could actually go to this little girl and say, like, it's anger. But I was shocked, I was surprised because I had such a difficult relationship with anger. And I knew that I was not on my own. This struggle was not mine alone. Women experience depression and mental health twice more than men. And I think that this is because we are angry. You're all nodding. I thought this was going to be a surprise for you, but clearly it's not. So I want you to come with me today, and together, let's embrace anger. Yeah? My name is Gayle-Dunne. So, what is anger, and what does it mean for women? So for me, anger is like a mechanism. It alerts us to risk. It makes sure that we enforce our boundaries. It can be felt like a trauma response, fight and fight. Some of us will run towards it, some of us will run away from it, some of us will freeze. And I'll admit, I've done all of those and flopped. If you've ever seen a baby cry, and I'm sure you'll see their little scrunched up faces, they don't just whimper politely, they scream bloody murder, don't they? There's no way you're going to walk past and say, are you okay, mate? No, that's not going to happen, is it? You are going to feed that child. It's all about survival. It is a human blueprint. So why are we so frightened of it? You know, anger is a strong emotion. It ignites us. It's that fire. It's our passion. It's our creativity. It's who we are. So, why do we struggle to feel it or to express it? Well, I'm talking to the women here. At a very early age, we are conditioned not to feel our anger. We have to be kind, we have to be caring, sweet and pink, and lots of pink. Even the language of our anger has been appropriated into excuses. So it'll be that it's that time of the month. It's baby brain. She's menopausal. We even use the same language. Our whole life cycle has turned into a denial of our anger. And we collude with this. We relinquish our anger by pushing it down. We'll do anything but face and channel our anger. Yeah? We'll clean the house and wash the kids, and not necessarily in that order. We'll write that report for our boss. We'll do a bit of internet shopping, or we'll become hyper-focused and critical of others. It's our resentment. But here's the thing. Anger is a tricky thing because it will come up when we least expect it. I'm very good at doing this thing where something happened in 1984, but with precision and clarity, given the right set of circumstances and the right annoyance, I can remember every single detail. And of course I can, because it's unresolved anger. We are placated with antidepressants, painkillers, and sadly, there's a whole industry telling us we have to take some alternative chemicals because we can't cope. I think we're doing amazingly. So let's take a moment to discuss what black anger looks like, shall we? Now, if you think women's anger isn't tolerated very well, then I want you to consider what black anger looks like, because society is so threatened by black anger that it offers the harshest penalties for black people living in the UK and abroad. And sometimes this has fatal consequences. I've witnessed this firsthand. When I was a little girl, I saw my mother led into action on the opposite side of the headmaster's desk, calling him into account as to why he had treated and disciplined one of her children unfairly. I thought she was magnificent. That was my mum. However, what I saw in his face was disgust, judgment, condemnation. What he was witnessing was the black, stereotypical, angry woman. And I saw that vision as a child, and I didn't understand. I didn't understand what racism looked like. I just knew and felt the shame that he was looking at my mother that way. And in that moment, I decided I didn't want to be seen as mad or bad or for whatever reason it would be. I wanted to push it all down and be a good girl. That's what my anger looked like. It was about being good. Anybody here can relate to that? Don't have to relate to that story, but it's about being good, isn't it? So, and in internalising my anger and growing up with this misconception, what happened to me was I became a place where other people could experience their anger in safety. It was costing me. Black women experience heart disease 70% more than white women. Please don't tell me, as studies have suggested, that this is all about diet. This is about consistently having to contain your anger over long periods without any resolve or any support systems. And I ask you, why wouldn't you be angry? When I met my anger that morning, it was quite a bizarre thing. I was talking about it earlier. I embodied and manifested this entity that was quite brilliant. The essence of my mum, I suppose. But there was fire, there was passion. But she felt like me. So I invited her in. I allowed her to become part of me. I integrated her into my body, and I allowed her to breathe. I listened to what she had to say. I allowed her a voice, and I sat there and I said, I am angry. I connected. I am angry. And I felt like me. It felt so good. I want you to come with me. And I know it might be difficult in this environment, but I just want to give you a tool because what I felt resonated so deeply with me that I've now taken this out and worked with other women around this. If it feels uncomfortable, hopefully you can take the tools and do it at home when you feel safe. But I'd like you to close your eyes for an instant. And I want you to think, what does your anger look like? What colour is she? What's her name? Allow yourself to feel her in your belly. Feel that warmth. Feel that familiarity. She's safe. Feel that rhythm, feel that beat, feel that warmth. Allow her to rise. Come up through to your spine, into your lungs, across your heart, over your soul. And just allow her to remain in your throat. She's there for you. She loves you. She wants to protect you and she wants to guide you. Hear what she is saying to you. She's your voice. When you're ready, open your eyes. Thank you. That is just the first step, a little bit of what I'm offering you today. Hopefully you'll practice it and you'll build a relationship with your anger. I can't tell you how powerful I feel now. So, what changed for me? I can tell you, I became so sick and tired of not being angry. I don't want to get to my life at the end of it and realise that I was too scared to be angry, too scared to be fulfilled, too scared to be me. A wise woman once said to me, the thing is about anger, it's the vehicle that we carry all our emotions. I actually think if we are scared of our anger, then we won't allow ourselves to be transported by it. Angela Davis said, I am no longer trying to change the things that I cannot accept. I'm changing the things that I can't accept. My name's Gayle-Dunne. Anger's my superpower. You know what's coming next, don't you? Sorry, I'm quite emotional. But I found my wings and I too can fly. And still I rise. Thank you.